What's up, guys? Crypto Clay here, and today I want to do an update on the crypto market status as a whole. So I'm mainly going to be talking about Bitcoin and Bitcoin futures, but I want to discuss the crypto market as a whole. So for those of you that have been keeping up with the market, and I can honestly say that I'm just now getting back into the market myself as far as studying it goes, but I took a little break for my job to basically make sure that I'm doing my job well, because as you all know, studying the market takes a lot of your spare time, and I just haven't had much of that. So anyways, moving on, the crypto market as a whole is starting to show signs of life, and I talked about this in my last video that we haven't seen in a while. And the reason that I say that is because just last week we had an all-time high as far as Bitcoin futures go. We had an all-time high of money being put into the market. And that's a really big sign that capital investors may be starting to pile into the market. Not only that, we're starting to see more of the large investment groups getting their skin in the game, which is another big sign of things to come. Now, we might not see signs of growth for the next year, 6 months to a year, because of this, but it is a really good sign. In fact, right now might be a great time to start stockpiling. And, you know, there's still a lot of risk out there in the market as far as, you know, is this really the bottom? Or was, you know, 3,200 really the bottom? Or could it go lower? So there is still that risk there involved, and I'm not telling everybody to go out and purchase as much Bitcoin right now because there's going to be a huge bull run coming up. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm just trying to say that this is a very good sign of things to come. And, you know, we might not see $20,000 again anytime soon. We might not see that. Then again, we could. Because capital investors have a lot more money to invest than your average Joe. And it was your average Joe accompanied with what I think is a huge Tether scam cover-up that caused the price to rise back in the end of 2017. But that's a completely different discussion. Not only that, we're starting to see a lot of brand new technology come into the space. We're starting to see a lot of implementations of what blockchain technology is capable of, which is a really, really big deal, guys. You know, we've been talking about the effects of blockchain technology in our everyday life for the past few years. Ever since Ethereum introduced itself to us, ever since the developers of Ethereum told us what Ethereum was going to be capable of, we've started expanding the boundaries of what blockchain technology is capable of. And we're finally starting to see the fruits of that labor. And that's a really big deal, guys. A really big deal. You know, some of the things that I'm going to be talking about in my videos to come are these projects that are doing really great things with blockchain technology. And I also want to distinguish in the future the differences between, token projects, blockchain projects, and cryptocurrency projects, because there is a very fine line between the three. Yes, they all are built on blockchain technology, but they are not the same. And I want to be very clear about what the differences are between the three. And I'll lay that out in future videos to come. Now, one thing that I do want to mention is my buddy Matt that I was doing videos with and working with on crypto market investments. He and I had a great conversation last night, and he basically told me what he's been doing since I've been gone. And he's been doing some incredible things in the crypto market himself. He's been trading. He's been helping with development of certain things that I can't talk about. But he basically convinced me to come back. I was kind of on the edge. And, some things that he talked to me about really convinced me that it's time to come back to the space. And yes, I've been trying to, focus on my career in the Air Force, but I've really missed this space as a whole. There are so many things that I'm excited about to see in this space, and I want to be able to share that with you guys. So I'm going to do my best to try and focus on both. But at the same time, I need you guys to understand that this is going to be a part-time deal for me. I'm not going to be able to answer all the questions that I used to be able to whenever this was my full-time job. So I want you guys to understand that. But at the same time, I want you guys to know that if you do have a question that you'd like to ask, and you think it's a really important question, please ask. I love getting questions from you guys in the comments section. But those are the things that I wanted to discuss in today's video. I wanted to try and keep it short, but not too short. So that's where I think the market is at right now. I think we're going to see some things in the next 6 months to a year. And, I could be completely wrong about that, but the signs show that good things are coming. And I think patience is really going to pay off here, guys. If you've been hodling this entire time, I think your patience is really going to pay off. That's going to be it for today's video, guys. Crypto Clay out.